see Frog as, like I say, he'll see a motherfucker with a clean ass old school and shit. He'll up them roads, buy that motherfucker, buy a motherfucker out that motherfucker. Then shit, I go to school and I come back the next day and I've been bumped into Frog and shit. You would see that same cop, but not knowing it's the same cop, cause he went and got that motherfucker repainted that motherfucking morning and shit. And then went and slapped some whole different rims on that motherfucker and changed the whole interior and shit. And within like a week sometime or 2 weeks or something, I used to be like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, how the fuck is he, like, how the fuck do you do that? Like, how the fuck you just, that's just living your shit. Like, that's like doing, that's bullshit to me. Well, back then, everybody got their own definition of being a boss and shit, but to see Big Lord go just tell a motherfucker, get out your car, I'm buying that motherfucker, and gut that bitch out and turn it into his mobile. Man, that's a real street nigga right there, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you living like that, that's what you thinking, like, man, I'm gonna get that one day. I'm gonna start pulling up on motherfuckers, telling them, hey, boy, nigga, I got 7,500, 10,000 for that motherfucker right now. Go on, park it.
Nah,
and
sure.
shit, here, I'll pay for you a cab to go back home and shit, but I need that motherfucker. Like, buying and doing what you want on the real.
Man. You don't mind getting a little deeper. You say he was a well-known vice lord.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, he was, but what Pops lived for today,
It's totally different.
way totally different. He helped a lot of guys change their lives and be better men, you know what I'm saying? And realize that non-violence is really like a key to life, you know what I'm saying? Even though, he had his history and he had his past, but, I ain't gonna incriminate my father, by talking about all the negative he did. Only thing I could talk about is like the leadership he built and, just him being a leader and having a lot of guys look at him as, when they was doing what they was doing when they was younger, and then now they coming home after doing these 20, 30-year bids and reaching out to him like, hey, Ben Lee, like, how did you come about being this? Pops always told me, like, when you trying to change your life for the better or whatever, you start changing up a lot of different things, like the usage of drugs, the usage of like selling it and all this or whatever. That walk gonna be real lonely. You gonna have a lot of guys that still with the gang banging and still with the fast money. And Pops, he stripped himself of all that and went to school. Now my father a couple classes away from being a doctor. You know what I'm saying? He teach classes at Northeastern, on the history of gangs and why gangs was even, created and started in Chicago. And he for his neighborhood each year, he throw a picnic where he invite all the young vice lords from his old neighborhood, and and we cook out, and a lot of his older homies, they pop up, you know what I'm saying, and talk that real shit, and I stick close to him because, you know what I'm saying, I want to be where my father at today, having multiple incomes and having programs that's government funded and doing for the better, you know what I'm saying, and helping the community and shit instead of tearing it down and shit,
Nah, for sure. Right now, what you eating? What's the spot you going to? What's the spot you headed to right now? You in the car?
Oh, first spot I'm going to, my peoples, and then my father, my big brother, my sister, my mama, they just opened up a restaurant. It's called the Crab Bucket on Michigan, 22nd or 21st, one of them. So everybody that had the experience of eating the food and saying how good it is, but I'm down here in Houston now, so a lot of time, they just not getting it all the way, the business and stuff all in order and shit, so they can open it and everything. But they done had a few tastings and different things like that with the mayor of Chicago and certain aldermen and all that or whatever come, in the family, our predominant family and shit, they come eat and all that. So that's gonna be my major spot when I go to Chicago, the Crab Bucket.
The crab bucket on 21st or 22nd in Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Whoo, sound like I'm from there or something.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get told you look like Chief Keef?
Nah. I ain't never been told I look like Keith and none of that shit. You know, I done got the offsets and all that shit. The motherfucking, what's that boy name?
Who?
What the fuck is his name?
Yeah, you look like Chief.
What the fuck is that boy? I can't remember one of them damn rappers and shit. You know what I'm saying? One of them motherfuckers, but. I get offset more than anything, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't never been told I look like Keith though. I done had a few motherfuckers joke with me and shit, like, you know, motherfuckers, but that Chief keep looking motherfucker over there, you know, and all that shit.
Yeah.
But you know, nah, I ain't never been told that.
Man, what name a situation that really you feel like shaped you. Or give them, you know, just give them a time and experience where you was just like, man, that's right now today I'm sitting on the couch, man, that really put me in the mindset that I'm in right now, sitting right here today.
Well, you know, I used to get a lot of fast money in Chicago, you know what I'm saying, playing with all different type of drugs, you know, street hustling and shit. But I used to get wisdom from my mama, and she used to tell me, you know, that fast money ain't gonna last forever. The quicker you get it, the quicker it could go. And I can remember a time where, you know, I would, you know, be in the neighborhood hustling and shit, and would just see certain, you know, young motherfuckers or niggas who grew up with me and shit. You know, they standing in front of the liquor stores, and you know, I pull up, grab something to drink and shit, and they just out there, and they selling squares and doing all this other little shit. And at the time, shit, I was playing with a nice little piece of money, you know what I'm saying? So I would try to, you know, reach back and tell like whoever I bump into, like, hey man, if you gonna be standing out here and shit, you know what I'm saying? If anything, bro, here, take these few little zips, bro. Go get you a motherfucking scale, bag that shit up, you know what I'm saying? And just hit me when you done. When motherfuckers coming in this motherfucker coming to buy liquor and shit, you might catch you a couple serves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something, hustle, nigga, get some money. You know what I'm saying? But it was a specific situation where one of my close homies, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk now, but he had, you know, he came home from penitentiary and shit, from the joint, and he seeing me now. He, damn, bro, you clean, you fresh, bro. You driving decent, bro. You having your way with this street shit, bro. Like, put me down. And you know, I would give him little shit that I forget about. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been and found some motherfucking shit inside the crib and shit, and I just like, I forgot all about that shit. I would give it to him and shit. Like, yeah, get your hustle on, bro. You don't owe me shit. Just come shop with me. You shop with me and shit. I'll front you the shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can build yourself the fuck up. But like I tell a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying, well, when it comes to that hustling shit, always make sure you hustling for a reason and shit.